One of you, I don't care who. Right in front of the computer screen. Pack your stuff and bring your Mac.
How's it going?
Hey, all right.
What's your name?
Chris Walker.
You Denny's?
Did you fill out this document?
Yes.
You
Yes, sir.
swear everything on here is correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, give me 1 second.
I still bring back. You move. I'll let you know when.
All right. Right now you're charged with abuse of an elderly adult. That's an E felony, and financial exploitation. That's a D felony. We're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you today. Are you from Knox County?
Yeah.
How long have you lived?
East Knox County, Straw Plains exit, right off the Straw Plains exit.
Okay, how long have you lived here?
I've lived out with my parents most of my life. I've occasionally throughout the years, I've stayed in my own place for a short time, but that's what I always go back to there.
How long have you lived in Knox County?
All my life. Yeah.
Are you working right now?
No, I hadn't worked in years.
Okay, are you on disability?
No, I was going to Cherokee, health systems, and through patient assistance program, I was getting bipolar medicine for quite some time. And then when COVID come around, then they said they quit getting the Latuda in, that they would call me whenever they got it in, and they never did call. And that's been some years back, you know.
Okay, and I'm sorry I skipped a step here. You have a number of important rights. You have a right to have an attorney represent you. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, we will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case if you choose not to. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters. Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, I hadn't been in trouble with the law in years. The only thing I've ever gotten was a public intoxications and a couple of DUIs throughout, but that's been years ago. I've been, staying at my parents' house for, a long time. So that's the first incident that's happened in years.
Okay. Give me 1 moment.
Okay.
Got a number of other charges, domestic things. I guess he's already got bonds on all of that. Is that correct?
You done? Back your stuff. You want everyone up on the bottom?
Okay.
Sir, can I ask you a question? I've already been to court. How come these new charges have popped up?
It appears. Well, that's what I was just asking about it. I see that you had some other charges on here. I can read the warrant to you, but as far as why they brought him at different times, that I can't necessarily. I'm not sure. I wasn't involved with these previous offenses.
I don't have any previous. Everything I'm in trouble for has happened at that one incident.
Yeah, no, and I can appreciate that. They filed these other ones. The other charges were filed on January 15th. These two were filed on January 19th.
Yeah, will you be able to elaborate a little bit?
Well, okay, sure. This incident occurred on or about Sunday, January 15th, 2023 at 15:12. So that would be 3:12 p.m. at 750 Wooddale Church Road, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37924. The charge of abuse is placed against the defendant due to the age of the victim, as the victim is 80 years old, defined in the statute. Victim one stated that the suspect grabbed a wooden baseball bat. Do you want me to break the chandelier or all the windows? I imagine this is that portion of it. Let me see if I can't get to the what I would anticipate the new. Well, placed him and his wife in fear of bodily harm. The victim stated the suspect began to bust all the windows in the residence, busting all of the mirrors in each room and destroying the house. The victim stated the suspect then began to tear the thermostat from the wall and then went into the kitchen.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
How come he just now thought of this?
I can't.
thought this was. I
Yeah,
thought this was obvious stuff that I
well,
thought this I already went to court about.
I can't tell you why they filed it later. It appears as though there was $5,000 of damages in the house, and so I would imagine that it's related to that. And the reason why they may have, I'm speculating here, the reason why they may have charged the other charge is that it may have just been charged as an ag assault initially, and somebody then took a look at it and decided that the individuals in this were 80 years old, or somebody may have been 80 years old, and so they added this additional charge. But I wasn't involved with the previous ones, and so I would have a difficult time elaborating. But that's something that your attorney will be able to discuss with you, and you guys can work that out. All we're doing today for the purposes of this is setting a bond for you on these charges. I'm not authorized. I'm not able to dismiss these charges or to do anything like that. So all we're doing is setting a bond, if you understand that.
Okay, but so nobody will be bailing me out. So, in that being the case, I'll be in here for how long?
Yeah, well, let's get through this, and I'll elaborate on all of that. Have you ever had a felony conviction?
No, sir.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
No, no, sir.
Have you ever had any history with substance abuse issues?
Yeah, I used to have a pretty bad alcohol problem, and then I quit, and then I started going to Cherokee, and they diagnosed me with bipolar,
Okay.
and then they started giving me medicine, and then they quit whenever COVID came around.
Okay.
So I had, yeah.
So do you have family here in the area?
I've got an uncle, which is my dad's brother. I'm sure I don't think he wants anything to do with me now either. He's off Emory Road.
I got you. And so, are you married? Any kids?
No, no, sir.
Okay, so you've been here your whole life. You at least have some family in the area. What other ties to the community do you have?
Nothing. I've just been pretty much living in a cave for the past year.
Okay.
Time. Just
Okay.
saying it, man.
All right.
I don't have a driver's license. I don't have a vehicle.
I got you.
I have nothing.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I'm homeless now. Pretty, yeah.
All right. For the abuse of an elderly adult, that's going to be a $1,500 appearance bond. On the financial exploitation of an adult, that's going to be a $2,500 appearance bond. And so, since I'm not able to give you pretrial release on these offenses, we're going to be setting these on Wednesday, January 25th in felony court for a bond hearing. You'll have an opportunity to have an attorney at that time, and they will be able to negotiate with the state on your behalf. And you would have an opportunity to have a bond hearing in front of one of the judges up there. Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously?
A long time ago for like a DUI.
Okay, do you have somebody on these new charges? The other ones? You say you've been to court on them already, is that correct?
The other, yeah, I thought it was over the whole case. So I just don't quite understand what's new, what they found out any different.
Well, I see that the public defender has been representing you on the previous charges. Once again, you're charged with financial exploitation of an elderly / vulnerable person. That's a D felony. There's a $2,500 appearance bond. And it is abuse of an elderly adult, E felony. That's a $1,500 appearance bond. I see that you've had the public defender is on these other charges. Has that been going well, or have you had an opportunity to even speak with them yet?
Yeah, let's see. His name was
Andre Johnson.
Andre.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
I talked to him in court.
Okay. Well, we're going to put the public defender on these cases as well.
Okay, so I'll be seeing Andre again.
Yeah, on the 25th.
Okay. And then would he be able to tell me then when I'll be released from?
He'll be able to assist you and talk to you. I would imagine answer any questions that you would have. Do you have any questions right now?
No, I was just curious of when I'll be released because nobody will be bailing me out.
Well, and that's something that I'm not able to tell you. That's something that your attorney will be able to assist you with.
Okay. I guess that's it. Oh, and what is today?
Today is the 23rd, so today's Monday. On Wednesday, you'll be in court with Andre on this matter.
Okay.
So you're good to go, sir.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yep. How's it going?
Pretty good.
What's your name, sir?
Kenneth Jackson.
Did you fill out this document?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear everything on here is correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a number of important rights. You have the right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case. If you choose not to, anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters. Kenneth Jackson. Right now, you are charged with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. That's a B felony. And alter item permanently of altering an item permanently. That's an A misdemeanor. We're going to go through a number of questions and set a bond for you on these matters. Are you from Knox County?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived here?
34 years.
Are you working right now?
No, sir.
Are you on disability?
No, sir.
When's the last time you were working?
32 days ago.
Where was that at?
Done remodeling.
Okay. Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a felony conviction?
Yes, sir.
How many have you had?
2.
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
No, sir.
All right. Have you ever had any history with mental health issues?
No, sir.
Have you ever had any history with substance abuse issues?
No, sir.
Are you married? Any kids?
2 kids, not married.
Do you have custody?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Partial.
Do you have family here in the area?
Yes, sir.
So you got family in the area. You've been here for a long time. What other ties to the community do you have?
I own a business.
Okay. What's that called?
Done remodeling.
Okay. Did you say you're not working there anymore?
I'm in jail, so technically I
Okay.
can't work there.
I got you.
But when
I
I'm on
got
the street, yeah, I do work there.
That's it. So they gonna send someone else down there?
Okay.
Check?
All right. Give me 1 second.
Just to see. Yeah, see that it is. There's another list for that. It's got one being voted. It's not competition. So now I'm drop. Two seconds like that. Two seconds. So you can't pass me first? Actually, right here.
So the possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, that's going to be a $10,000 appearance bond. For the altering an item, permanently distribute or disguising the numbers, that's going to be a $1,500 appearance bond. Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously?
Yes, his name is John Woods.
Okay, and were you appointed with him? How's that
Yes,
been?
sir.
Go ahead.
He's on my current case that I got pending right now. I'm scheduled to go to court on the 30th of this month for
Okay.
bond hearing and, a preliminary hearing, a bond hearing.
Okay, well, you're gonna be in for a bond hearing on this a little bit before that. We're gonna set you for a bond hearing on Wednesday, January 25th. Excuse me.
Can you just do it for the 30th since I got anyway? I mean, I got $100,000 bond with a no bond.
I got
About
you.
15.
Well, so all I'm dealing with today are these offenses. I understand that it may be a little bit, seem a little bit unusual, but since these are the only two offenses that I'm dealing with, and since I'm not able to give you pretrial release due to the nature of these offenses, then we have to set this for a bond hearing within 48 hours. And so if we're going to set these on the 25th in felony court. Once again, it is. Give me 1 second here.
Well, they just did this 2 weeks ago and they set it off for 2 weeks. I'm asking if you can do it.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to do so. You may be able to talk with John, and he may be able to assist you on that.
Can you read the affidavit of the warrant for the possession of the firearm?
Sure. Possession of a weapon, convicted felon. This incident occurred on or about Tuesday, December 13th, 2022 at 9 a.m. at 3624 Skyline Drive, Knoxville, Tennessee 37914. On December 13th, 2022 at approximately 9 a.m., officers responded to 3624 Skyline Drive, Knoxville, Tennessee 37914 to serve a warrant on Daniel Alexander Rogers. On scene, officers found a gray Homesteader trailer, 1996 white Ford Explorer with the tag BMB 3751, and on the 2019 red Nissan Frontier with a tag of 970BBKW in the VIN of IND-IN6DD0CW7KN744316. A number of tools were in the bed of the Nissan and in the rear of the Explorer at the time of the arrest. The trailer and the Nissan and the Explorer were towed to the impound for further information. On January 13th, 2022, at 6:30 hours, so that would be 4:30 p.m., the defendant, one Daniel Rogers, made a jail call to a number 865-360-96490. During the call, Rogers made the statement that he was in trouble for having a gun. Rogers stated he likes having guns. Roger then stated he had a couple of troublesome things hidden in the vehicle at City of Knoxville impound. Rogers stated that there was one, referring to a gun, in each vehicle. On November 18th, 2023, investigator Folks executed a search warrant on the red Nissan Frontier and on the white Ford Explorer that was being held in the city of Knoxville Impound 3407 Vice Mayor Jack Sharp Road, Knoxville, Tennessee. In the red Nissan, in the driver's seat back, Investigator Johnson found a Century Arms TP9SF Elite 9mm with a serial number of T6472-21RH10311 that was loaded. In the 1996 Ford Explorer, under the center console closest to the dash, investigator folks found a black Taurus GX4 9mm with the serial numbers removed and the firearm was loaded. Defendant is the one registered owner of the vehicle and had knowledge of the Taurus with the serial number removed being inside of the vehicle. Defendant 2, Kenneth Jackson, was purchasing the Explorer from Defendant 1 and had used the Explorer in numerous trailer thefts. Defendant 2 is a convicted felon. He was convicted of burglary on April 1st, 2004. That's what is alleged in the warrant. And it's been going well with John?
You know, he's supposed to be off my case anyway, but yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to put John on these cases as well. What do you mean he's supposed to be off of your case?
He said he got capped on case files and he's, after my preliminary hearing, he would be off my case. When I go to the grand jury, I'll get a new attorney.
Okay. Well, we've appointed him on these matters as well. We are setting this on January 25th, this coming Wednesday, in felony court for a bond hearing. And we have appointed John Wood on this. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, is there any way you can email him and let him know that so he can get my court case moved?
I'm not able to do so, but if you can call him there from the DF.
Thank you.
No problem.
Jack, do you want this?
No.
How's it going? What's your name?
Huffman, Lawrence Huffman.
Did you fill out this document?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear everything on here is correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a number of important rights. You have a right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case if you choose not to. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to have a preliminary hearing on these matters. Right now, you're charged with contraband in a penal facility. It's a D felony. We're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you. Do you have any questions so far?
No, sir. Use when you get a chance, when you read the complaint.
Sure.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah, what's your- I'm going to do it.
This incident occurred on or about Saturday, January 21st, 2023 at approximately 13:12, so 1:12 p.m. at 5001 Maloneyville Road on January 1st, 2023. At approximately 9:30 hours, I, Officer Deathridge, I was working my assigned post as facility security at the Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. At the above stated time, I was informed by the jail tip line there were possible narcotics in 3C208, which houses inmates Lawrence Hoffman and Chris Monday. While conducting a search of cell 3C208, I came across a purple deodorant stick. Upon examination, I found a ball of paper wrapped in a purple glove with an unknown powdery substance inside. We also found 2 more balls of paper wrapped inside a purple glove with unknown powdery substance inside the cap of inmate Huffman's shampoo bottle. When I questioned inmate Huffman, he stated the deodorant stick belonged to him. At this time, Corporal Hawker instructed both inmates to turn around and place their hands behind their back. Inmate Hoffman complied. I placed him in wrist restraints. I escorted inmate Huffman to medical, where he, along with inmate Monday, were both strip searched and drug tested. No further contraband was found on either inmate. Both inmates only tested positive for their mental health medications on their drug test. Lieutenant Miller performed a drug field test on the unknown substance that tested positive for cocaine. Weighed approximately 6.29 grams. The cocaine will be placed in the drug locker along with a copy of this report for being in possession of a substance that tested to be cocaine. I will be charging inmate Huffman with Class 2 1210 possession or use of illegal drugs. I will be charging inmate Huffman criminally with the introduction of contraband into a penal facility. Inmate Huffman will be placed on immediate lockdown pending a disciplinary bond hearing and was rehoused to 6A 110. The incident can be viewed on my county issued Axiom body camera. That's what is alleged to have happened. Are you from Knox County?
No, sir.
Where do you live here now?
Yeah, now I do.
How long have you lived in Knox County?
2 years.
Are you working right now?
No, sir. I've been incarcerated since May.
Okay.
That's right.
Were you working prior to that?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a felony conviction?
Yes, sir. I have 3 of them.
Have you ever had a failure to appear?
No, sir.
Have you ever had any history of mental health issues?
Yes, sir. I got PTSD.
Okay. Have you ever had any history of substance abuse issues?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any family here in the area?
Yes, sir.
Are you married? Any kids?
I got kids, but I'm not married.
Okay. How many kids?
I got 5 kids. I got joint custody of them.
Are they here in town in the county?
No, sir. They're in Michigan.
All right. What you've lived here for a little while. What other ties to the community do you have here? Say it again.
I don't have none.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
All right.
All right. It's going to be a $2,500 appearance bond. Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously?
Yes, I got Jacob for you.
Okay, with the public defender's office.
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, we're gonna put. It looks like there's also hold for Blount County as well. We're going, once again, you're charged with contraband, intoxicant, or drugs in a penal facility. That's a D felony. There's a $2,500 appearance bond. We're going to put the public defender on this case as well. I understand that you may have some other issues going on here, but we're going to be setting this for a bond hearing on Wednesday, January 25th in felony court. At that time, you'll have the assistance of the public defender. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I got one question. See how they charged me with a disciplinary here too? Should I have that or should I wait till I talk to my attorney about it?
You need to talk to your attorney.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
All right, no problem. How's it going?
All right, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. What's your name?
Glenn Brown.
Oh, please. You can show me. You haven't said anything to me all day. And then take their hats. You take your hats off.
Did you fill out this document?
Yes, sir.
Is everything on here true and accurate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you got a number of important rights. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything about this case if you choose not to. You have a right to have an attorney. If you want an attorney and cannot afford one, this court will appoint one to represent you. You have a right to have a hearing on these matters. Right now, you're charged with contraband in a penal facility. We're going to go through a number of questions and we're going to set a bond for you. Just give me one moment. Are you from Knox County?
Not originally.
How do you live here now?
I've been living here for over 10 years.
Okay. Are you working right now?
No, sir.
When was the last time you were working?
2016.
Okay. Are you on disability?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a felony conviction?
Yes, sir.
How many?
Plenty.
How many is that?
I don't know exactly. I'm here from TDOC.
I got you. Yeah, and I can see that. You don't know how many felony convictions you've had?
No, just I've had like man, Tennessee. My case, I got convicted of everything. So that's like 15 counts.
Okay. Is that 15 felonies?
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay. And so you are currently on probation or parole?
No, I'm TDOC.
Yeah.
I haven't been released.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
I'm back here from prison.
Okay. I understand. Have you ever had any failure to appears?
No, sir.
Have you ever had any history of mental health issues?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had any history of substance abuse issues?
Yes, sir.
Are you married? Any kids?
No, sir, but I have 4 kids.
Okay. Are they here in the county?
No, sir.
Where are they at?
2 reside in Greenville, South Carolina, and 2 reside in Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. I understand that this is an unusual question, but do you have any ties to the community here?
Yeah, my mother-in-law My mother-in-law stays in Lenore City at that address.
Okay, you got family in the area. You've been here for 10 years. What other ties to the community do you have?
I've been locked up the last 7 years.
I
So,
got you. Yeah, and I understand that's where it's a little unusual in this situation. Give me one moment.
yes, sir.
All right. So just charged with a D felony, contraband in a penal facility. It's going to be a $2,000 appearance bond. Have you had an attorney in Knox County previously?
Yes, sir. Melissa Dorado.
Okay. How's that been going? Has she got your post conviction stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Just 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Well, so I guess here's the confusion or the holdup here. I understand. So whenever I look on this appointment list, I'm not seeing Melissa Dorado on here, and that's not to say I don't know. It's not to say that she's not necessarily going to be able. I'm not able to appoint Melissa Dorado because she's not on this list of people that I'm able to appoint. That's not necessarily to say that whoever we're going to appoint the public defender and they may be able to get it all sorted out and they may be able. I don't want to say things that they will or won't be able to do, but there's a good possibility that they'll be able to.
Yeah, I have a conflict of interest with the public defender.
I got you, and that may be even better if then they would have to put somebody else on there. Maybe they'll be able to put Melissa Dorado on there, if that makes sense to you. But I'm not able. It's not on my list, and so I'm not able to put her on there. And so we will put the public defender. If there is a conflict on there, then they'll conflict off of that case, and that may solve itself right there, if that makes sense. But I'm not able. If she's not on here, I'm not able to put her on here. If that, I can only do what's on this list here. Hold on 1 second.
Yes, sir.
Wait, isn't she married? Did she get married? Did she get married?
I guess, I don't know.
I don't know. And that's where I wonder if it's not. I don't know if she has a different name now than what she would have. We're sticking with the plan here.
Okay.
We're gonna appoint the public defender on this matter. And we're going to be setting this for a bond hearing on this Wednesday, the 25th, in felony court.
Yes, sir.
We're going to appoint the public defender on here, and hopefully they'll be able to get all of that sorted out. Sorry for the confusion. Do you have any questions?
Hey, what did you say I'm charged with?
Contraband in a penal facility. I can read you the warrant if you like.
Yes, sir.
This incident occurred on or about Thursday, January 19th, 2023 at 8:47 p.m. at the Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. I, Officer Sparks, was working my assigned post as faculty facility security at the Roger D. Wilson Detention Facility. At approximately 8:47, Officer Freeland notified Master Control of a code blue medical emergency in 1A. I responded to 1A 112 and observed inmates Glenn Brown and Timothy Muncie lying on the floor unresponsive and turning blue. Inmate Muncie was removed from the cell and administered a sternum rub to inmate Brown, which was ineffective. I administered a dose of Narcan to inmate Brown and continued giving sternum rubs. Nurse Witt responded and administered another dose of Narcan. At this time, I noticed a piece of paper sticking out of Brown's waistband. I removed the paper and unwrapped it to discover a baggie of a grayish white powder. I removed inmate Brown from the cell and administered another dose of Narcan, at which point inmate Brown became somewhat responsive. While waiting for first responders, inmate Terrence Reese in cell 213 began yelling at officers. I responded to cell 213 and was informed that inmate Gary Worley needed assistance. I observed inmate Worley turning purple and appearing to have a seizure. I administered a sternum rub and inmate Worley became responsive and began acting erratically. I removed inmate Worley from the cell, at which point he became lethargic and unresponsive. I administered a sternum rub, which was ineffective. Inmate Worley was administered Narcan. First responders arrived, and I relinquished all control of the situation to them. Inmate Brown was taken to the hospital for further evaluation. The white powder on inmate Brown was tested and showed positive for narcotics. The rest of the cell was searched. That's what's alleged to have happened. I would exercise that right to remain silent. And but do you have any questions otherwise? Okay. Well, it's a $2,000 appearance bond. We've appointed the public defender. There may be a conflict, and hopefully they'll be able to get it all squared away. You're set on Wednesday, January 25th. In felony court for a bond hearing. At that time, you'll have the assistance of an attorney. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, you're good to go.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, appreciate it, sir.
Yep.